Digimon Adventure 2020, the reboot of the original 1999 series, may be getting a sequel or a follow-up or a second season, whatever you want to call it, as soon as October of this year, which is only a month after the show is currently set to wrap up at episode 66 in September of this year. Today I'm going to walk you through the origin of this new report, what I think about its validity, and some possibilities for what this so-called Digimon Adventure follow-up sequel series could be. Wikimon, which is a fantastic site and Twitter account for Digimon news, shared screenshots of a pre-order listing for new gacha toys / capsule toys, which, side note, these leaks always seem to come from merch, don't they? The pre-order listing was super vague. You almost didn't even know what you would be pre-ordering, but there were 6 blurred out images, and importantly, the only title for the item was Digimon Adventure Atobangumi, which can be translated to Digimon Adventure follow-up or post-series or perhaps continuation, something after Digimon Adventure, in other words. Whatever comes next. And going back to the 6 blurred out items, historically we know of a sequel series to Digimon Adventure that stars 6 kids and their 6 Digimon. So that is basically the rumor or the leak or whatever you want to call it. It is exciting, but it's not incredibly strong or definitive proof that a sequel series is coming, let alone coming in October. One thing I will say is even Japanese Twitter is reacting to this by asking what could come next and interpreting Atobangumi as an indication that something new is coming in October. So it's not just a case of non-Japanese speakers misinterpreting some kanji and running wild with speculation. So what could this be though? Well, the way I see it, there are a few options and I'll go through these in no particular order. 1, it could be Digimon Adventure 02 Remake. 6 toys equals Davis, Yoli, Cody, Kari, TK, and Ken, or their Digimon respectively. Number 2, it could also be the same cast of Digimon Adventure 2020, you know, Taichi and the gang, getting just a second series. Maybe the show receives a title change, but we stick with our core cast. I was expecting the current series to maybe spend some meaningful time in the human world, but we truly have been in the digital world for 90% of the show. So maybe it could be that series 1 is the digital world and series 2 is the human world. We're definitely building up to something with the Great Catastrophe. Maybe our characters switch settings for season 2 or series 2. 3, it could be a movie follow-up like Demon Slayer, Mugen Train, or Jujutsu Kaisen's upcoming movie. It feels weird because we just got Digimon Adventure Last Evolution Kizuna, but that movie was the end of the original timeline, so maybe a new movie is in order for the current 2020 timeline / universe. A continuation doesn't necessarily mean a new anime season or series. A continuation could be a single production, like a movie. Number 4, it could be a new Digimon animation project, but it could be entirely unrelated to Adventure and those characters. They could just be hyping up the next series to come after Digimon Adventure 2020 in the same way that Tamers back in the day, it came out directly after 02 with very little break in between, and it didn't really worry about continuity or confusing viewers. They just kind of said, here you go, new series, new lore, new rules, enjoy. And 5, lastly, it could frankly be nothing. It's just a misunderstanding of what Atobangumi means in this context. Maybe it's less of a sequel series and more of an after show, like those Walking Dead or Breaking Bad after shows on AMC. Maybe there'll be some kind of celebration in October that is broadcast where they interview the staff and the cast or something like that, looking back on the production. Just because something is coming in October doesn't mean it's a new series, right? So there you go, super short video, but a lot to think about. I almost didn't want to make it because there's not too much meat to chew on with just that Japanese pre-order listing, but 2 things made me change my mind and make a video about this. 1, seeing that Japanese Twitter is also in speculation mode, predicting a sequel instead of just laughing at us for misunderstanding kanji, and 2, seeing more and more sites start to report on this made me think, okay, I don't want to keep my viewers in the dark. Just in case you only get your Digimon updates here on YouTube, I don't want you missing vital conversations or information that's going on in the community. So as always, let me know what you think is most likely, you know, a full-on 02 remake with Davis and those guys, or a continuation of the current characters and their story. Personally, that's what I'm leaning towards. Maybe it's fully set in the human world, like I said, or maybe it's nothing at all and it's just a false positive. Comment below with your thoughts, like the video if you can, subscribe so you don't miss any future updates on this topic, and until next time, I'll see you all in the next video.